Hello and welcome back to another video. We're going to create a new Sunrise IDE disk image. We're going to place it in the openMSX environment together with the MegaFlashROM SCC Plus, and we're going to open it. First, we have to download a IDEUtils.zip, and we can find it in msxblue.com/manual. Download, and I've placed it already in my MSXs folder here, and we're going to copy it to our shared folder where we already have our Nextor disk. Move it there. Now we open blueMSX. Going to use the standard MSX Turbo R machine. We're going to add the new disk, insert IDE utils. Then we're going to add the cartridge slot 1 Sunrise IDE and insert special IDE Sunrise. We don't want to boot yet. We also have to add a new hard disk image. Sunrise primary, insert new disk image. We call it HD1 master, and we can set the amount manually. I discovered this lately. That's that. Now we boot. First, we're going to create partitions, but not with FDisk, but with an older program used before Nextor was around, and it's called IDEFDISK. We do a auto-generate partition table. We have 17 partitions of 32 megabytes each. We have to write it, say yes, then initialize all enabled partitions. Yes, 17 partitions created. Now we quit and we re-enter this program, but this time we add a parameter called FAT16. FAT16. Now we're going to create a FAT16 partition. So we have D, the display the tables. We're going to remove all the FAT12 partitions except for the first one. So that's K, kill, yes. Go to 15, kill, yes, kill, yes, kill, yes. Do add new. We're going to add the rest of the megabytes. Only we're going to leave out 2000 bytes. So that's 81174. This will be around 419 megabytes. Then we do Q. We'll write these. Yes, again. Enter. I initialize all enabled partitions. Yes. Destroy all info. Yes. Enter. Now we quit. We've created two partitions. We're going to add two files, the system files, to boot in the hard disk. Oh, copy MSX DOS 2.sys to the A drive. Making mistakes already. Copy command 2.com to A drive and copy FAT16.com to the A drive. We need the FAT16 file for the system to recognize the B drive as a FAT16 partition drive. The normal MSX DOS command 2.com doesn't recognize it. We're going to create an AUTOEXEC.BAT. Copy space con AUTOEXEC.BAT, and we're going to add one command FAT16. Enter, Ctrl Z, enter, and that's that. Now it will boot with FAT16 command before the whole system initializes. We also want to keep this width. If we now reboot, we don't have this width. We'll do basic screen 0. Then we type width 80, set screen, enter. Now we'll do a reset. First we remove the disk, and it should now boot into our newly created partition. Yes. A drive, 32 megabytes. B drive, 490 megabytes. We're going to add the Nextor files to this one. The C drive is now the disk drive, there. Copy Nextor.sys to B. Copy command2.com to B. We also copy the Nextor file to A. This is needed when we want to open it in openMSX. If we don't do this, I think it will not work. That's it. First, we have to create the IDE file. I have an original IDE file in the MSX's folder here. I'm going to edit it. I think I've already edited it. Yes, it was 100 and we've changed it to 512. In this file name was only HD. So now we have HD master disk. So this one's complete. Save. Escape. We do copy. Go over to our program files, emulators, openMSX, share, extensions, and paste. Place. Has permission. Yes. Okie-doke. Now we start up openMSX. We have IDE and MegaFlashROM SCC+. So let's start her up. First boots into the IDE and then the MegaFlashROM. Unknown kernel, that's the FAT16. It doesn't recognize it, the Nextor.sys. That's okay, we can remove it if we want to. Then we type in directory. Yes. B drive. There's the Nextor, is 490. And then we have the C drive, is the CD-ROM drive. We skip that one, D drive. And these are the files on the MegaFlashROM. That's what we want. Yes. Type in Multi-Mente. Press enter. We go to the main. These are the files on the MegaFlashROM. We've known that from earlier tutorials. And then I have one, A drive. That's our IDE. IDE drive A partition. And 2 is B. It's the next one, command 2. That's the 490 megabytes partition. So that's it. We have a connection now with the MegaFlashROM and the Sunrise IDE on one MSX machine. Now we can swap files from the MegaFlashROM to the Sunrise IDE with Multi-Mente or just with MSX DOS. For the next episode, I'm going to show you a few ways how you can copy files over to these hard disk images. That's it for this video. Hope you liked it. It was very time consuming for me to get this working. Finally got it and I'm very happy with it. One thing you could do, you could change the command2.com file if you want to have a later version of command2.com or MSX DOS2.sys. You can find them on the internet. They're easy to find. Bye.